Hello everybody. Guess what we're making today? Sweet and sour chicken. Here is my recipe book. It looks like it's been through it. I've had it since I was 17 years old. And I probably could wipe it off a bit, but here is my page of where I make this sweet and sour chicken. As you can tell, I've used this book a lot. I love this Joy Cooking book. It has everything you could ever want about cooking in it. So, and I hooked up with my roommate that I had in Florida when I was in my 20s. And we're 30 years older now. And she still remembers my sweet and sour chicken and wanted the recipe after we hooked up together. She said it was the best she ever had. She's Japanese, so she has a good mom. She was a good cook, so I was flattered. So I thought I'd share this recipe with you, and let's get started. It's sweet and sour chicken. For starters, here's our ingredients. I have chicken breast, and it looks like I've got a little over a pound there. I'm going to be dicing that. Not dicing, put it in little chunks. We need some, actually, it says soy sauce, or you can use amino acids. I don't have either one of those. I have teriyaki sauce. You know me, I improvise. It'll be good because teriyaki and pineapple are good together, so it'll be fine. And I have pineapple chunks. I have 2 jars of it because you need 1 cup of pineapple juice and 1.5 cups of pineapple. I just put extra pineapple because we like pineapple. So I have 2 cans of pineapples in chunks. Need a little Worcestershire sauce. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. We need some brown sugar, an onion, whatever kind of onion, doesn't matter. I got this from the Dollar Tree. It's raw, unfiltered, with mother apple cider vinegar for $1. Usually this is pretty expensive stuff, but it's the same as what you get for, I don't know how much it is in the store normally, but so need a little bit of apple cider vinegar. If you have cornstarch, that's great. I don't, so I'm going to use a little flour for the thickening. And we need lots of peppers, red, green, whatever, it doesn't matter. So, all right, let's get started cutting up the chicken. And a little bit of oil to cook the chicken in. All right, so I have 3 chicken breasts. I'm going to cube these. I'm not going to leave the camera on while I do it because I don't want to get chicken juice on my camera. So, I'm sure you know how to cut up a chicken. I'll be right back. All right, so we have some diced chicken here. It's 3 breasts. That's what I got. And if you have a Joy cookbook, you can find this recipe on page 480. And it actually says sweet and sour pork. But I don't eat pork, so we have chicken. Our next step is we're going to put this in a hot skillet. We'll put some oil in it with some hot oil. And we're going to cook that until it's done. Kind of brown it a little bit. Okay, I'm using a deep skillet because we're going to put all the ingredients in here. And I seasoned the chicken with some salt and pepper. And we just want to have that turned up kind of high and make sure these are done cooking. Brown them if you can, but don't burn them. And then we're going to put the sauce in there. All right. Okay, so I drained the chicken and I have it in a bowl over here. I don't know if you can see it. We're just going to let that sit. Next, I'm doubling this recipe because I like to have extra sauce. So to double it, we need a 1/2 cup of chicken stock. I'm using a cup of chicken stock. I don't have chicken stock, so I used water and this, and I just put enough in there until it tastes good. That's how I do it. Okay, and then after that, we want to put 1 cup pineapple juice. I'm putting 2. I'm going to have this up a little bit. 1 can of pineapple juice will equal 1 can of pineapple chunks will equal 1 can of juice when you strain it. So that's all you need really is, you know, it's almost a can, but you can add water. It's almost a cup, but you can add water. So, just so you know, you don't have to buy pineapple juice and extra. I just kind of add water if it's not enough. It's fine. It's no big deal. Okay, so there's 2 cups of pineapple juice that I got from the Pineapple Chunks. Next, we want 1/4 of a cup of vinegar. And this is like that mother vinegar, so we want to shake it up first. And 1/4 of a cup will equal 1/2 a cup if I'm doubling it. Let's see where. Okay, so that's vinegar. You want apple cider vinegar. Okay. And we want 1/4 cup brown sugar. I'm going to use 1/2 of a cup of brown sugar. And I have a 1/4 cup here. I'm just going to pack it in that. And then do it twice. Sure. I just like a lot of juice, a lot of sauce on my, you know, it just soaks into the rice that you used, so I double this recipe. Always have. Also, it makes more food. I don't have to cook as much. We love it, so we eat every bit of it. Okay. 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. 2 tablespoons soy sauce. So 4 tablespoons soy sauce, which I have teriyaki. It's always fun to improvise. Teriyaki's good too. It doesn't matter either way. I've actually never used teriyaki before. So 4. If you want it healthier, you can use the amino acids. I ran out of it. It's really good stuff, though. It tastes like soy sauce. Okay. And 2 teaspoons Worcestershire sauce. I'm going to put 4 teaspoons. Small little teaspoons. Want too much of this. I love the taste of Worcestershire. 3, 4. All right. Okay, so 4 tablespoons of cornstarch. I don't have cornstarch, so what I'm going to do is I have some flour here. It's about 1/4 of a cup. I'm going to put some of this liquid in there, and I'm going to like really stir it up good so that it's not lumpy. And to me, it works just the same. So just just mix that up like that. Okay. A little bit of lumps on the bottom. You can put more flour in if you want it thicker or whatever. This will probably be enough. Hope it is, because I'm out of flour. So here we go. Looks pretty good, guys. Now we want to cook it until it's slightly thickened. So it's going to be kind of like a gravy. Not really thick like a gravy, but slightly thickened. You don't want it too thick. You can really smell it, the sweet and sour. Now at this point, I go by taste. To me, it tastes too sour, so I'm going to add a little bit more brown sugar. I said, you can go by taste. I do. You know I do. or by smell. But for this one, I think the taste test is the best. Get it to where you like the flavor of it. Should taste like a sweet and sour kind of juice. That's better. I added like a 1/4 cup more of sugar, brown sugar. Okay, it's slightly thick. That's what you want. You don't want thick. Slightly thick, because it's going to continue to cook. Now I have this almost on high to get it at that. Add the chicken. We're going to turn this down to simmer and simmer it for an hour. I simmer it for longer than that. I simmer it for quite a while until I'm ready to eat. It's like 2 o'clock right now, so we usually eat around like 3:30, one time a day usually. And so we're just going to let this simmer until I want to add the peppers and onions and things. Alright, so we'll see you guys later. I'm going to put a lid on that. And there you go. That flavor, that meat is going to soak up all the flavor of that juice. It's going to be wonderful. So I'm going to bring this to a boil and then put it down on simmer so that it will be a good temperature here. And we'll see you guys in a few hours. Cook it on low though. Simmer it for 3 hours. Guys, I'm going to have me a sangria, take a break, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Stay tuned. Alright guys, we're back. While our chicken and sauce is cooking, you can prepare the onion. We're going to cut it in slices. If you like a lot of onion, you can use 2. I'm using 1 because I like more pepper, pineapple taste. So that's what I'm going to do. Is just take it and just put it in, thin slices like that. You don't want too thick slices. Okay, so here we go. We got thinly sliced onions, 1 onion, and that's all I'm going to use for this recipe. To me, that's a lot of onion. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in with the chicken and the sauce. Okay, guys, next I have 6 peppers. I'm going to wash them really good. I already rinsed them off. Okay. In that package, there were 4 green peppers and 1 red. So I'm just going to take them and put them in slices. Okay. Get the seeds out. And you want to just make them not thin slices, just regular slices. About 1/4 like that. Like that. Okay, the easy way to core peppers, just cut them in half and then take that and pull it out. Rinse it out. And you're done. You like that? Good. Easy. And I'm going to start slicing these up. We like a lot of pepper. You can do whatever you want, but I'm going to use all the peppers that I have, which is 5. And I am going to have a lot of pineapple, because I'm using 2 cans. I'm going to let this cook a little while with the pepper and onion in it, the chicken, get all the spices into the peppers, into the onions, into the chicken. I like to go ahead and let it cook for a while after I add the peppers. Now, if you want your peppers less, you know, they're going to be quite mushy if you do that, but that's okay with us. That's kind of the way we like them. It's all right. If you don't want them mushy, then don't cook them as long with your chicken sauce and your chicken. But I like to go ahead and add these flavors and let it cook. I let it cook for about an hour, honestly, on low. And just let all the flavors simmer together. The recipe is different in the book. Like I said, I never follow recipes. I always make up my own as I go, and I, you know, practice makes perfect. I made this recipe, oh my goodness, like I said, since I was 17, 18 years old, I've been making this, so I've pretty much perfected it, guys. And The Joy of Cooking, to me, is a great cookbook. I've always, you know, improvised and kind of just made it to my taste. And to me, that's what a good chef does. And I'm not saying I'm a good chef, but I'm a good cook. I am a good cook. That's a lot of peppers, guys, but it's going to be good. Okay. I'm going to put these in with the chicken. Alright, guys, here's what we have. We have the onions. I'm going to turn this up because every time you add an ingredient, you want to turn it up to where it starts boiling again. Okay, so we've got the onions we've added to the chicken and the sauce. We got the peppers in there. Next, what we're going to do is add the pineapples. I've got 2 cans of pineapple chunks. If you want more chicken in this, you can, you know, you can obviously add more chicken. It doesn't matter to me. I like the vegetables, but it is all in how you like it. If you like more chicken flavor or chicken, you add more chicken. I kind of like it like this, so. Alright, look at that. We have the pineapple, we have the onion, we have chicken, peppers. So what we're going to do is get this hot. We're going to put the lid on it, and I'm going to simmer it, like I said, I'm going to simmer it for an hour, maybe longer. It's 3:15 now, so probably be done by 4 o'clock. Be ready to eat dinner. Alright, I'm going to put the lid on it so that, oops, there's a couple of stray onions here. Put the lid on it. You said turn it up to where you start seeing a little bit of bubble going on. And then you want to turn it down to simmer and just leave it like that. Okay? So we'll see you guys in a little bit. Doesn't that look wonderful? Alright. Alright, so it's boiling, and I'm gonna turn it down to a 3. I don't know if your stove has high, medium, low, whatever. Mine has numbers on it, and I've got it to like maybe a 3. Okay, and we're just gonna let that sit and cook for at least an hour. We'll see you guys back here in a little bit. Alright, guys, we're back. It's been an hour. Look how wonderful this looks. Let me give it a taste here. See if it needs anything. Always taste it and see to your flavor. We all have different ideas of what it should taste like. So I'm going to taste a little bit of the pineapple here. Oh, so good. Okay. Guys. That's good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let that cook with the lid off. I have some rice that was left over. I put it in a cast iron skillet with a little oil. Always oil your pan. I'm going to put it in the oven and bake it. Maybe at about 300 or so. Just warm it up slowly. This, we're just going to kind of let the juices cook out of it. Just let it do its thing. And we'll be back here in about 20 minutes or so. Have your oven on like 250. Don't turn it up much. If you have rice that you know you've already made, if don't, make rice. I don't know, whatever. It's a very good recipe. You want to make rice with it. If it's too soupy, if you want it thicker than that, take the juice and mix it with some more flour. I'm out of flour, but mix it with some more flour and then make a little gravy on the side. Mix it back up in there and you've got a thicker sauce. Alright, see you guys back later. Guys, I decided I wanted this a little bit thicker, so I mixed some of this juice with some cornmeal. I have, instead of flour, I don't have flour, but I do have cornmeal. So I'm going to see if that doesn't make a difference in thickening it up a little bit. If you have cornstarch, it probably would have been much better. I would say get cornstarch because I don't have it, so I'm kind of improvising here. But it's still going to be good no matter what. But I want it to thicken up just a little bit more. And it's really looking good though. We got that rice in the oven and sweet and sour chicken, guys. Okay, so if you add more flour or cornmeal or whatever you have, make sure you bring it to a boil because that's what creates the gravy. So you want it to thicken a little bit, so you definitely want that little boil going on. I turn it down because I had to turn it on high just to get that boil going. And definitely it's thickening up. Looks perfect to me. So I'm going to turn this down and we're going to wait for the rice in the oven. I'm going to turn it down to simmer since I got it to boil. Like I said, every time you add something different. Like I added some more flour, even though I use the same the water inside of it. If every time you add something, you want to bring it back to boil again, put it back to simmer, and then just let it boil like that. That way it will thicken up on its own, which is what it's doing. I'm going to bring it back to, and keep it where you can see the bubbles just a little bit. This isn't a really hard recipe. It just looks like I'm a perfectionist, so I want it to have the right taste. So what I do is I taste it and I see, is it sweet? Is it sour enough? Do I want to add anything else? Do I want to go by flavor? It really tastes good. So that's it, guys. I'm going to let that simmer, and I'm going to leave the top off, leave the lid off. We'll probably leave that off for about 15 minutes. And I'll see you back in a little bit. Alright guys, I think it's done. And well, we have the rice. Looks like a little brown on top. That's good. Kind of like a little brown, like fried rice kind of. We're going to put this in a dish and I'll show you what it looks like. Oh no, I am. Hello guys. So that's what it looks like. Sweet and sour chicken. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you make this recipe, and I hope you enjoy it. We'll see you guys next time. Much love to you all, and take care of yourself, take care of each other. All right, see you soon.